There's a time and place where the teeth right here need to be lowered. Now over here on the side of the machine, you're going to go ahead and push the box in firmly. Now if you just push it in a little bit and it pops back out flush to the edge, you're going to find that they actually don't lower. They do, but then they pop back up. You know that you've pushed it in far enough, it should stay indented, and the little yellow picture of where the feed dogs are should come up. Now if you touch that feed dogs up or down, or if you ever get that message like those orange areas need to be fixed. For example, if you're embroidering, it's going to come up and remind you to lower them down manually before you go into the embroidery part. I don't even think it lets you stitch if they are left up. So that is something that you need to do, but when you push the button, that will activate that area there. Things that I like to lower the feed dogs for is sewing on buttons. Yes, it turns it to 0 stitch length, but those teeth still bounce underneath my button. I like to lower it there. When you're working with the stitch regulator, lowering the feed dogs will be a must on that because you're doing free motion work there. Trying to think of where else I have, even just sewing on, well, I guess it'd be more buttons. I was thinking like skirt hooks or loops or rings or something decorative like a ribbon. Those would be feed dogs down. So you know where to do it. It's over here on the side of the machine. And just remember, when you bring them back up, they will, oh, actually they did pop up. They do pop up now. Usually you had to take a stitch to actually see them. Now they actually come back up when they're supposed to.